Alrighty, here we go. Hello, everybody. Also, um, man, what a morning already! It's already a morning, guys. But we're here. We're gonna draw some portraits. Gosh darn it! And thank you for joining me, for being here. I had to go grab breakfast really fast, so I might be eating some cereal off screen. I hope that's not super rude, but I'm very hungry. Hey Trizia, hey Amaze, hey Raga, hey everybody! Soul Lord, thank you for being here. What a wonderful place to art. I agree, I do like that Hugh Fox. That's one of my favorite gifts. I'm glad you like it too. Hope everyone's doing well. How's Tuesday treating you? Is it Tuesday? No, how's Wednesday treating you? Tells you the kind of week I've had, guys. I have no idea what it is. How did I get here? Soul Lord, thanks for being here. And Akiu, is it Aki7U or Aki? I'm gonna call you Aki until you tell me to say something else. Thanks for being here. Miss Capical, of course, thank you for being here as well. Happy Wednesday. Oh, hey, Chris Wright, how's it going? You guys ready to draw some portraits? What year is it? I don't know. Where am I? Yeah, I had to go to the chicken coop this morning. Hey, Paleontologist VA, how you doing? We might be rehoming the chickens, so I was introducing the new owners, I guess, to our little coop area, and kind of went over a little bit on time, so I'm scrambling a bit, but that's okay. We're here now. Yeah. And before anyone worries, it's a good thing. We definitely the chickens, we need to clean up that coop area, and so it'd be a good thing. I'll be sad to see her go, but I know the couple, so I can always visit. Okay. Let's see. Portrait day. So, portraits. If you didn't read the title, or if you haven't heard me talk about my slight anxiety, not like a bad anxiety, but just like a feeling about drawing portraits. Well, let me just take this opportunity to reiterate: I am not a pro. I am learning. I'm here to learn, and everything that you see me draw today will probably come with a lot of caveats. So, I am not an expert at portraits. I'm not an expert at people. And I'd like to change that, so that's what I'm here to do, so please be nice. But it's, we're here to get the bad drawings out, like it says right there. So that's what I'm here to do. I'm going to be drawing badly today. Where is my portrait thing? I linked at the top of chat if anyone else would like to draw portraits with me. You can go grab some from that link at the top of chat. I might briefly pull up actually the head studies thing that we did, because I think that's on my other computer file. Anyway, Ultimate Pumpkin Pie, hello! Welcome on in. I'm going to pull this up just because I think this little planar reference is really, really good. I don't know that I've ever actually drawn a portrait, to be honest. I can't really think of a... Oops. Wait, did I put that? I did. I put that on the wrong page. Hold on. I need to make a new folder. New. There we go. This is what I'm trying to do. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to be drawing the portrait today, guys. And I'm going to be looking at various angles of the human head today and trying to make sense of it all. I'm not a pro. I will constantly say this caveat. I'm just here to learn. So if anyone has tips, if you have... things that you like to do. Ow, that was a painful hiccup. When you try to do portraits, or when you successfully do portraits, I'm sure there's people. Why did you draw a naked woman showing her body? I did not draw that. I'm not sure what you mean. We did figure drawing yesterday, and all of the models I used were clothed. So I do try to keep this a safe for work stream. So I'm sorry if you saw that, Uni Princess, but I did not draw a naked woman here on stream. I do recommend people who are adults, obviously, taking figure drawing classes, though. Those are super helpful. Very, very useful stuff for study. Hold on, how do you spell portrait? Portrait? Hold on. I'm so tired today, guys. I don't know how to do anything. Yeah, I'm gonna start by looking at the planes of the face a little bit. I might do some warm-ups from this. Normally, we did kind of study the human head like last week or a week or two ago, so I don't know if I want to sit down and like redraw the skull again. It probably wouldn't be the worst idea. Maybe I should. Do you guys want? You guys tell me. Do you want to draw the skull, or do you just want to jump right in and do some portraits? How you feeling? Should we start with the planes of the face? Or do you want to start with the human skull? I'll let you guys decide. Hey, Shiratoshi, welcome on in. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, happy Wednesday indeed. See you, Atlas. Portraits are tough. They are tough. They are. I'm definitely not stalling right now. That's definitely not what's happening. Yeah. Anyway. No, we're gonna draw the portraits today. I'm just trying to pull up some references to make sure that I'm drawing the bits that I would like to draw. Let's, you know what, just because it's probably useful, let's go ahead and just at least have a skull on hand. How's that sound? Because I don't want to spend, I'll get too caught up drawing the skull if I do that again. And I don't want to give myself more opportunities to procrastinate. But I think it's helpful to have this stuff at least to look back at and reference. So let's do that. There we go. Can I ask if you think the beginner artist... I'm not sure what you're trying to ask me. I think whenever you have to draw something from three-dimensional, any part of the body, it doesn't matter what part, it's always going to be a little trickier when you're drawing it from a live person than from a flat two-dimensional image. So if that's what you're asking, then yes. But I don't know why you would specifically pick that part. I think it's difficult to do any part of the body proficiently. So drawing from life is always more helpful than drawing from two-dimensional, in my opinion. Than drawing from a two-dimensional image that's already flattened for you. Hey, perfect, Shira. Yeah. Listen, if you can work it into something you're already doing... Wow, I should not try to talk and eat. Hold on. I might die. Whoa. That almost went down the wrong pipe, sorry. Hold on. I think it's a great idea. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright, shoot. Planes of the face. Okay. So from my understanding of the best way to think about portraiture is to think of the face as having all these different, like, flat, shallow, rounded areas, right? So there's, like, varying types of, like, skin textures going on over the parts of the face. So you have, like, you know, the cheekbone, for example, creating this high plane right here. Don't you not work on me now, Sai. I mean, Krita. Creating this shape right here, which is going to cast shadow. And I thought this was helpful because it has the lighting from different angles, right, on each part of the face. So it's like, here's the light from directly above, here's one from the front, here's one from the side. Anyway, it just seemed like a helpful little thing. Anyway, so hopefully I can reference these two images to think about the planes of the face. That's going to kind of be my focus today. Thinking about, like, you know, the eye sockets, how they make like there's like a shadow cast everywhere. Oh, you're fine, Uni Princess. There's nothing to apologize for. Questions are always fine. I'm just sorry that I don't understand quite what you're asking. But I hope my answer was sufficient. Let's see. So here's my structural references. Now I'm going to pull up an actual portrait. And once again, if anyone would like to pull from some portrait references, I've got a whole folder of that in my Pinterest file here. I'm going to start with a super straightforward face. Just like dead on, hopefully easy to figure out. There's a few of those in here. Let's see. Some of these people have very unique features. Hey, Jason Enos Art. Hello. Welcome on in. How are you doing? You guys should all go give Jason Enos a follow. I was hanging out on his stream last night. It was doing a really incredible portrait. I think it was a self-portrait, if I'm not mistaken, in marker, of all things. And also very enigmatic, very into the music, and it was very entertaining. Okay, this is a very straightforward image, I feel like. Let's do this one. Alright, this is the portrait I am choosing from my portrait folder. Ugh, get it off that giant white screen. Okay. Oh yeah, thanks for giving that shout out. Yeah, definitely need to go follow him. Shoot, how am I gonna see both of these things? I can't see all the things. All right, you skulls just need to move down here. You're just going away. Boop. Okay. There we go. Maybe I'll put here. Can you guys see that? I forget my setup here. It's kind of weird. There we go. Yeah, I mean, it just takes practice, Uni Princess. So I would recommend doing some figure studies, but draw the whole figure because if you're just focusing on one body part, whatever that body part is, um, it's always going to look awkward if you're not practicing how it actually is placed on the form. So that's my recommendation: is just keep practicing the figure. Anytime, if you're new to using reference, try to look at your thing you're referencing more than your actual drawing. That's going to help you make sure that you're drawing what you actually see and you're not drawing the schema or like what you think you see, right? So we've talked about that a few times. Yeah, no, that's a great point, Amaze. Yeah, no human face is 100% symmetrical. Super important. Yes, no straight lines, yeah. And something I kind of talked about yesterday that I might talk about a little bit more today is if you're used to working in only line, I want to challenge you to throw in some shading. Even if you do line and value, maybe even try to do a whole drawing just in value. If you're working in like charcoal or pencil or some kind of like traditional media, maybe try to use just the flat side of your pencil or the fatter side of your charcoal or whatever you're using, and try to actually like try to draw in the shape and focus on form over line, because I feel like a lot of times our brain wants to just like, we want to draw the places we see lines, right? We just kind of naturally like, okay, there's a dividing line here, so I'm just going to do that, or I'm just going to do this, and it's really easy to kind of get too dialed in on line. But yeah, exactly, Jason. Just understanding the form. So, for example, if you're new to this and you're like, what are you even talking about? Working digitally is a little differently, but like, let me use this there's like this really fun painty brush that I have. Hold on, let me find it. This might be a good one to use, yeah. So this kind of looks like the side of a pencil or charcoal. So basically what I mean is, shoot, I should probably not put her face where my hand goes because then I can't see it. Another downside of digital. Yeah, so like what I mean is like focus on shape, right? You can use your lines still, but try and actually like, I don't know how else to say it other than like find the values and think about form. Think about it like a sculpture. Like if you were sculpting this, where would the shadow be? Where would the light be? Where would the indentions have to go, like for the eye sockets here? Where would it pull forward, like for the nose? And start thinking about how the light would hit those areas. Like remember, the whole point of a study is to ask questions, right? We're trying to ask ourselves why we're making the lines that we're making, or why we're doing the things that we're doing in the art, instead of just like trying to copy, I guess. And sometimes it's gonna look a little smudgy and awkward, like right now. And you know, that's okay. You can work through that. I believe in you. I just don't believe in me, but believe in the me that believes in you. As someone once said. And then you can also come back in with line 2 to kind of refine some of these areas. But if you're kind of like blocking in your values first, it can sort of help you to think about the face as a plane, right? So I'm like thinking about these different planes of the face, and you can always reference back to this too if you're having trouble seeing it in the image, and just be like, oh yeah, there's like, the reason I'm seeing light here is because there's a cheekbone, right? So I'm seeing light coming and hitting this part of the face, or this part of the nose bridge, or you know, this part of the nostril, and it's going to help you kind of figure all that out. So understanding the form, exactly. So yeah, feel free to warm up and do your study however you would like to. Just because this is the way I'm doing it, keep in mind, I'm not a pro. I'm just saying stuff. You do it how you want to. But if you're starting to feel like stuck, maybe change up your technique. Make your brain think about it in a different way. A lot of times when we hit art block, we don't feel inspired. I personally kind of think a lot of that is just us getting stuck in our own routines and not giving our brain something new to challenge itself with. So give it a try. You might surprise yourself. So what I'm trying to do is pay attention to where I see the darkest shadows right now, and those are things that are kind of creating lines naturally, like below the lip right here. There's a bit of a shadow. Remember, I say this for myself too, like try to remember to actually look at your reference and not just draw what you think you see, but try to really think about these shapes and curves and like what direction things are going and why they're moving like that, and why the light's hitting it like that, what that tells you about the rest of the image, that kind of stuff. And then again, if anybody is new, or if you'd like to share your work, you can always post in the warm-up art section of the Discord. So that's in the, if you type exclamation point Discord, I can go ahead and post that. Hey Lagum Core, how's it going? You can always post in the warm-up section, and that's how you can participate in the draw-along portion of this warm-up. At the end of my streams, of these warm-up streams anyway, I like to show the work that you guys did in the chat. Oh, sorry, I'm like shaking my camera really bad. I don't know why that happened. That was weird. Must have something bumping something. That's my Huey on. Huey on. There we go. Anyway, if you'd like to join in, feel free. No pressure ever. Why is it still shaking so badly? What is going on? Sorry guys. I don't know why everything is suddenly very precarious. I feel like I gesture a lot and that does that normally happen? Am I just noticing this for the first time? On your way home, fair enough. Earthquake, yeah, exactly. Wish you could, but you're working. No worries. Hey, thanks for popping in while you're working. Appreciate you. Melon, lemon flavored. What's her story? I don't know. What do you? Whatever you want her story to be. It's just a random person I pulled off of my Pinterest folder. I thought it was a very straightforward. I was looking for like a straightforward portrait face that I could work from. So she was chosen for the very straightforwardness of the pose here. It's helpful for me. But like I said, I'm going to be focusing on the planes of the face to make mine today. That's kind of how my brain likes to think about stuff. I tend to think more sculpturally. And so I think it'll just kind of help me maybe overcome some of my trepidation around drawing people. At least that's what I'm hoping. So, but if you think of it in a different way, feel free to draw in your own way. Or share if you have some tips. Like I said, I'm always open to people who actually know what they're talking about telling me things. Or just things you've discovered, you know, even if you're also just kind of starting out, feel free to share. We're all learning together. And you never really stop learning, even the pros. Like, well, I find it annoying when people ask for a whole backstory on I don't mind. I don't mind. I as somebody who likes to tell stories with art, I totally understand the inclination. It is fun to imagine stuff like that. I kind of wish I felt more like that when I drew people, to be honest, because I feel like that when I draw creatures. Like, I want to know all about what's happening. But yeah, like, I can't... With people, I just don't have that, like, urge, I guess. I'm kind of hoping that studying some of this stuff will help, I guess, it spark an urge to care more about human characters. We'll see. I'm on a journey, folks. I just, yeah. It's a problem. It's a problem. Studying enneagrams sparked your care for... Oh, really? Really? That is so specific. Yeah, tell me what makes you guys interested in people characters. I need to absorb some of that interest. I'm also going to pause and eat a little bit more breakfast because I am hungry. Hold on. Something fell on my cereal. I kind of don't want to eat it now. Okay. Sorry for my chewing. You get art blocked if you try to add a story. Interesting. Huh. Yeah, everyone's different, you know? And that's part of what I find so fascinating about art, making art, right? Like, the things that make us all tick are so specific to us and our experiences and just the way our brains work, you know? I imagine that people who like want to know a story the minute they see a human face, there's just something different, maybe that my brain doesn't naturally or automatically go to. I would like to acquire some kind of interest in that, because I think it's like, it's common, right? Like, I feel like a lot of people are like immediately interested in humans. Just like, I don't know why, but I just don't have that. Like, my drive to draw and create people stories is super low. It's probably something I just trained in myself on accident as a kid by being super obsessed with animals, but it's not that I dislike people. Like, whenever I'm around people, I want to make sure that, you know, people feel important and cared for and heard and all that. Like, that's a really important, like, ethic that I have, but I just don't carry that over to my art for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, anyway, I'm trying to develop it, so. Right. I do like these, values. I will say, like, sometimes, the one time I found myself interested in the human form was when I was taking that figure drawing class. I know I've referenced it like a million times, but I do think like values are really interesting. Like, I like how much information you can get just from like a little bit of black and white, you know? Like, I can really explain to you visually like the contours of this person's skin just based on a little bit of value, which is kind of fun. But yeah, I just other than that, I don't really struggle. I really struggle. I wish I didn't. I think it would make my career a lot easier. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I know agents or art directors want to work with me. Maybe they can just tell. They're like, oh, she's not really into telling human stories. We don't want to work with her. I need a different brush for this, maybe. Oh, hey, Soul, how's it going? How are you? Thanks for popping in and watching me struggle. You just don't understand motivations. Yeah, it can be tough. I mean, I understand them. I'm just not, I don't know what my problem is. I think I'm just like not as interested as I should be. And I gotta figure out a way to overcome that if I want to tell stories in the publishing world, because that's pretty much what they're looking for, you know, is like human stories. I think I'm trying to work around that a little bit with Drift and like tell a very human story, but using animal characters. But I don't know. I struggle to find the interest still. So again, I'm just focusing on value, like where I see the darkest, even in the hair, and it kind of like gently fades into this like lighter color where the light is hitting it. So yeah, not making it quite as full as I probably should. Have I talked to David Peterson about this? I have not. Why? Does he have good advice? I mean, he definitely draws a lot of mice and tells very human stories with mice. I think those are the kind of stories that I always thought were very interesting as a kid. And so even as an adult, I really, like, I prefer to tell stories with animals. I just think it's, like, I don't know, I talked about this the other day when I was talking about Drift. Like half of the motivation behind making Drift was so I could talk about some very like human stuff, but not have to deal with people's like preconceived notions about humans, right? Like, I feel like when you draw a human character, like even like looking at this person, you're gonna make assumptions about things just naturally, about their life or about their beliefs or about whatever, just because that's what we do as people. We just tend to lump people into categories. And I don't like that. And I kind of like that when you look at an animal character, you can't bring any of that to the table. Like, they're almost a blank slate in a way. And so you get to tell, I don't know, I feel like it frees you up a lot to tell kind of any sort of a story and make it more relatable in some ways, just because it's not a person that you can bring your bias to. And I'm not picking on like any one group of people. We, like, every single human on the planet, every single group of people on the planet does this just naturally. I don't know, and so it's like, to me, that's more interesting. It's more interesting to use animals, and that's part of why that's a big motivation behind why I wanted to make Drift, was because I wanted to talk about some like human philosophy stuff and just like different ways of living life and like different family dynamics, and like not have people bring their own biases to the table when they see a human character. And then of course there's always like a subset of, you know, people who aren't going to be interested if it's an animal. They're like, oh, I don't care. But for the people that are interested, it's kind of, I don't know. It just, like, that kind of stuff interests me, I guess. But I'm trying to find a way, because I know that like I do find human characters interesting in other stories. You know, like I consume media, I watch TV shows and play games, and like I do get interested in those characters just as much. It's just I don't know how to like drum that up in myself to like get motivated to, excuse me, to do that. Gosh, my hiccups are terrible these days. So I'm working on it. Like it's one of my goals is to like draw people enough and like to the point where I feel like I want to make more human characters. I'll probably always still be slightly more interested in critters just because I don't know, they're just fun. I feel like you can do a lot more with a creature design than you can with a human. In some ways. Not in all ways, but anyway. And that was my TED Talk on animals. Thank you for coming, everybody. Sorry you had to sit through that. Lurking and working. Hey, thanks for the lurking work. I'm gonna eat something. While I listen. Tired but super. Oh, good. I'm glad you're doing well, Isel. If you can humanize the animals well, I don't see what. Yeah, no, I mean, you definitely can make stories. Here's the thing. I'm trying to get into publication, right? I'm trying to get into book illustration. And that most publishers, most agents, most art directors are looking for human characters, human stories, right? Also, I just realized I made her face way too thin. It's like she got squished. Dang it. Don't look. And if I'm not comfortable drawing that kind of stuff, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like, I think it limits my ability to actually be successful in the industry. I'm gonna cheat here, guys. What? Ooh, no, I definitely drew it the right width. What are you talking about? I absolutely didn't squash her face. What do you mean? Pinching my face? No, I need it. It helps me eat food. Yeah, that's probably part of it. I kind of squeezed it in. I was trying to keep it where you guys could see it too. I know that my canvas is like, this setup is so weird. Mouse is a famous, I think I've heard of that one. Have you guys read Pride of Baghdad? That's another good one. Obviously things like Animal Farm. I mean, there's so many, like Redwall in a lot of ways. They're not such direct allegories for like biographies, right? But oh yeah, I have read this. I have seen this. Yeah. Yeah, this is like a more direct, like autobiographical, like something happened to me, but I'm using animals instead of people. Yeah. I think I have read that. That's what people often use fantasy and sci-fi for. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Ow! I just smashed my hand. Yeah, I mean, you say that, Lag of Core, but the feedback that I've gotten from publishers and art directors from, like, I've submitted before, and the feedback that I consistently get is we need to see more people in your portfolio. Like, quite frankly. They're like, yep, we just need to make sure you can draw people. Like, that's what we're looking for is people. People, people, people. So I'm like, okay, I gotta learn how to draw people. Yeah. Or at least, I mean, I don't know, I can draw people, but I have to learn how to get more comfortable, I should say, drawing people. I just don't prefer it. Let's draw a new person. I feel like I'm just gonna fiddle if I keep drawing this lady. I'm gonna pick a new person. Two animal books I really liked are The Book of the Dun Cow. I've never heard of these. And Amazing Maurice and His Educated Rodents. What? These are great names. I don't know. I always liked animal adventure stories and, you know, things like Firebringer and I don't know. Anyway. Alright, let's see. What other person? Need a person. Anime cat voice. No. Perfect balance. Somebody did have me draw a cat person one time. Was that you? Who was that? Somebody redeemed a sketch request and I drew like an anime cat girl. Hey, Name Twin, how's it going? How are you? How are you? Let's draw another person. Some of these people I drew for the hairstyle day. So it's kind of funny. Let's do a profile, actually. We've done a straight on. We'll go to profile next. Here's a good profile. Copy image. Oh, I forgot to post these in the Discord. I'm sorry. I don't know if anyone needs this portrait, but sorry, one sec. Well, I'm not doing too bad. Just, you know, wishing I could just snap my fingers and be more comfortable drawing humans. That's all. That's all. No biggie. I would be interested in that. If I could get somebody to pick me up for a nonfiction on animals, that'd be great. I'm halfway considering trying to pitch something like that, to be honest, this time around. But thank you. I appreciate the vote of confidence, Lagum Core. Yeah. They are both young adult children. Oh, really? About the adventures of an alpha rooster called Chanticleer. Oh, yeah, Chaucer. I know that story. Yeah. Second is about a super smart talking cat and comes up with a scheme with talking mice to trick towns into playing their gullible. Wait, I'll have to look these up. They sound very funny. Is scientific art of interest or not so much? So I feel like to be like, are you talking about like, for me, like if I was going to go into like scientific illustration? I think I still, the thing that makes me have fun with art is the storytelling aspect. Like I do like that part. Like it's really fun to me that I can like draw a picture of like a kid or a person, like, you know, and they have like, do something unexpected, like, oh, they have a giraffe for a pet or something, and then like, oh, but now he's got a backpack on, like, is he taking it to school? I don't know, just, this is a very like kidlit example, but I like the idea that I can make a few lines on a page and that can communicate something to you even if there's no words. So there is something about visual storytelling that I do find really interesting about making lines, and so I think if I was just doing scientific illustration, I think I could do it, but I don't think I'd have as much fun in the long term. I think I'd get kind of burnt out, because ultimately it would just feel like I was doing studies all the time, which studies are good, but like you know, without you guys watching me do this, I would not be doing these studies. Like I just don't have the discipline, I guess, to like make myself doing make myself do kind of like realistic studies a lot. So I don't know. I mean, I have thought about it. I've got some friends that have gone into like nature illustration. You know, paleo artists. I know some people who do paleo art. I know some people who do like scientific journal illustration, and just a few people who are kind of in that field. I don't know. It doesn't excite me as much. Like, I'm sure I could do it for a while. Paleo art probably excites me more than just straight up nature illustration, because there's that element of me getting to decide something about what it looks like, you know? Like, I like that little bit of creature design. It's like, how many spines can I sneak into this? Or like, what's the texture of the skin gonna be? Like, I get to kind of pick those things, obviously based on scientific discovery, but with paleo art, there's a lot of unknowns, you know? There is a lot of stuff that's kind of up to artistic interpretation, like the patterning or the colors. Yeah, so there's like an aspect of like what I like to do, I guess, that is the imaginative part. I don't know. But I mean, if it was the difference between me like having a job or not having a job, I would absolutely do it. Like if somebody wanted to hire me to do that and it was like a real big girl job, you know, not just like random work for hire, freelance work. Yeah, I would do that, absolutely, if they really wanted me to. I just don't know. There's, you know, I don't have the proficiency, I don't think, to get hired for something like that. I'd have to do a lot more studies. Maybe I'm on my way, I don't know. Right now the goal is publishing, because I feel like it's the more stable of the options. At least slightly more stable. Publishing with supplementing with like freelance private client stuff is kind of my current career goal, and then I would like to transition into like, you know, just like being straight up full-time illustrator. But yeah, the hard part is just getting into the industry, you know, like getting somebody to give me a chance, basically. I am untested, I'm untried, as it were. So instead of drawing a default human, draw a kid riding a crocodile. Yeah, exactly. You could always create 1 or 2 characters that are part of your... Yeah, and I've kind of tried to do that. Like, I've snuck kids into stuff. Like, I don't have my... I think I have my portfolio here. Yeah, I haven't gotten it off my hard drive. My internet's still down at my studio, for anyone who's curious. Like, I mean, I kind of basically did that, though, with a lot of these portfolio pieces. I was like, oh yeah, we'll just, like, sneak a kid in. This is probably the most kid-forward image I've done. But like this one, I just wanted to paint a jungle scene, and I was like, oh, I should probably put a kid in there. So I just like made him interacting with an elephant. That's kind of what I've been trying to do. But I need to get more stuff like this. So it's like storytelling with kids as the focus, or at least a few humans as the focus is probably more important. So just getting used to drawing people is kind of my main goal, which is why I'm like making myself do figure studies and portraits, even though I'm bad and scared at and of them. So oh boy, yeah, but we'll see. Like, one of my goals this month, I was talking about this on Discord, but one of my goals this month is to like submit my portfolio again to agents and publishing houses and stuff. And so I'm trying to get that. I need to get my website updated. Hopefully today I'll get that done. And then, yeah, I'll be able to actually submit and get my work out there again. And then, I don't know, maybe start working on some of these book ideas. Like, I kind of thought about submitting a dummy, like a book dummy for, like sea slug dragons or something. It would be kind of fun. I've had people ask me about doing, like, a bestiary or something before, but that's so expensive to do on my own, and I don't really know how to run a Kickstarter. So it'd be cool if, like, a publishing house would pick it up or something. Or, yeah, just, like, random information about, like, animals book or something. I know kids love that stuff. Sorry, I'm still eating my mushy breakfast. Apologies. Is there a difference? That's a good question, Charzia. Is there a difference for me when I create human characters instead of just studying them? I guess for me, like, as far as interest level, probably not. Obviously, I feel like practically there's a difference, because like this, I'm trying to make something that looks pretty close to a real image or pretty close to a real person. When I'm making a character, I don't make human characters that often, but if I do, I'm more focused on like costume design or like story function, I guess. But as far as like my interest level, I'm not sure if that's what you're asking, but as far as my interest level goes, I think it's probably about the same. Like, I'd always rather be drawing an animal. Like, even right now, I'm like, she'd look really cool with, like, you know, being an animal. I don't know. I just, yeah. I'm honestly shocked I'm not a furry sometimes. But, I don't know. I just struggle to find them interesting, people. I think it just goes back to, like, as a kid being really interested in, like, things that were unusual. I've talked about this before. But, like, for me as a kid, it's like, you know, I see people all the time. I'd see people at school, I'd see people at home, I'd see people, you know, everywhere at the store. But, like, I very rarely got to see an elephant. So elephants were super interesting looking to me. It's like, whoa, look at this massive behemoth of a creature, and it's all wrinkly, and it's got this crazy nose, and, like, what are those giant things coming out of its face? You know, like, so many, like, it just, as a kid, I was just like, I have to know everything about this really unique thing that I wouldn't normally see. And, like, people just, for me, weren't, I don't know, they were just kind of bland, I guess. Like, I was bored about, like, people didn't feel adventurous, I guess, to me. And maybe it's because I spent a lot of time reading adventure books as a kid that had, like, animal characters or just, like, adventures with animals, whether they were in, like, nonfiction or more fantasy or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I've just always been more interested in and stories involving animals and things you can say with animals than I have with people. But I do think I can get there. Like, I don't think I'm a lost cause or anything. I just need to work on it. But yeah, as far as interest, no, it's probably about the same. I'm probably maybe, I guess if I had to put a hierarchy on it, I guess I'm slightly more interested in human characters, just because there's a storytelling aspect. I don't know. See, like, even with this, I'm struggling not to do some of my, like, my own schema, right? Like, my own, like, default ways of drawing things. Like, I need to really pay attention to her chin, because I can feel myself doing this. Like, I'm drawing her chin the way I would draw a chin, and not necessarily the way her chin actually looks. And so, like, I keep having to redo it, because I'm not actually looking at the reference. I'm using some of my default drawing stuff, and that's what I'm trying to break the habit of, right? Yeah, so let me just look at proportion for a second. Do you want to get gooder? Stylized humans are realistic. Bird Facts, the book. Yeah, that'd be fun. Hey, Simkus, how are you doing? Or Smick. Is it Smickus? I'm not sure how to say your name. Smicks? I don't know. Anyway, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming on back. We're talking about human characters versus studies. If anyone would like to join in, as always, you're welcome to pop into the Discord and drop any kind of an image that you are studying. It doesn't have to be people if anyone's just not feeling people today. I understand that feeling, but I have challenged myself and tasked myself with this, so I'm going to stick to it. But if anyone would like to study anything today and wants to share that study, feel free to do so in the art warm-up section, and I'll share that at the end of the stream. Just please make sure that it is an actual study. I don't want to see like pictures that used reference to make them, like in Oh, thank you. Untalferch. Thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate that. Welcome on in. But yeah, I'd love to see what you guys are up to. You can type !point Discord if you'd like to get to the Discord too. I think I skipped something. Hold on. Add the bunny ears to this one. No, we're gonna stick to actually learning. Yes, that you were crying about my interest level. Perhaps you could give it a try, just creating a character on their own. Yeah, I mean, I have before. I think some of it is my confidence. I do have a human character. I have a couple. I just don't ever draw them because I'm not confident drawing people, and so I'm trying to like break through that. But yeah, I do need to probably just like do character creation sessions or something, just to like see if I can find a way to be interested in human characters. It's not a bad suggestion at all. I do need to probably make sure I do time for that. Make time for that. Call me whatever you like. Okay. I just want to make sure you don't have a preference. I like Smiku. Smiku's funny. Next time you check into Steve's Sketches stream, ask him how Paul Richards thinks about energy of faces. Well, that's interesting. See, I see people who do these really, like, once you get really proficient with the basics, you can do a lot of cool things with shape language, with character design, and that actually does make me excited. So, like, there's people, like, so there's, Cynics, who streams here on Twitch, is a great example of this. Really, anybody who's ever worked in the animation field, honestly, is really good at this. Just like using different types of shapes to kind of push expression. Lowish is a good example of this. Anyway, there's lots of people who do it well. And I just, I'm not to the proficiency, at least I don't feel like I'm to the proficiency level where I could exaggerate and make something like believably human and yet have its own exaggerated language like I can with an animal. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, I don't feel confident trying it with a person. But like if I were to draw like a stylized wolf, right, I would feel confident in this, even though it's like super simplistic, because I have studied wolves enough to know what their basic shapes are, so that I can like quickly, like, you know, jot out something that you can tell, hey, that's a wolf, but it's also like obviously super stylized, right? Like it's not got the proportions of a real animal. I'm able to be like, I can accentuate like, oh, sometimes they have this like funny little butt fluff. I can accentuate that, or they have this like, you know, this like ridge of hair, and I can sort of like make a super stylized critter quickly in like relative proficiency, right? But I don't feel comfortable doing that with people necessarily. I mean, I'm sure I could, but I wouldn't want to do it on stream. It'd be something I'd play with in my spare time. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to, I don't know. I would do it off stream. I'm too in my own head about it right now to do it on stream. But hopefully that makes sense. When I say shape, when you hear, if you're new to terms like shape language, all that really means is like, well, it's what it sounds like. It's the language of using shape to kind of influence form. You can exaggerate certain features. You can like, it's like stylization in a way. But you know, you see this a lot in like Pixar concept art. The shape language is like off the charts in a lot of Pixar work. Ouch. You call it shapey. Well, that's also a good term. Good old shapey. Yeah, anyway. And I'm not probably even the best person to explain what shape language is, because I don't have a firm grasp on good shape language, probably. Anyway. So one of the many things on my list of things to improve upon this year is my grasp on shape language. So, and like playing with it and feeling confident enough to actually make things. Casey, no, I'm not gonna add bunny ears. And I will do that. Thank you, Moose, for the suggestion. Also, hello. Thanks for popping in. The most boring setting for any stories, honestly, is school. Yeah, I know, I agree, but they all want you to make stuff in schools because kids spend so much time in school. That's honestly part of, like, probably half of why I would never pick up the kids' books, because they were always in, like, settings I was really tired of being in. It's like, this is taking place at the nurse's office, or this is taking place at school, or this is taking place, and I'm just like, ugh. I want to be in, like, a fantasy world, or, like, in the jungle, or having an adventure. I'm totally with you. Agreed. No. Right, Shiratoshi, exactly, yes. It's just like how I did it with the wolf, and with enough practice it gets easier. And that's what I'm trying to study people for, is so that I can get to a proficiency level. So I'm talking with my mouth full. I'm just very hungry. Wow, that cereal is so mushy. It's been sitting here for way too long. Should be Casey my help building Casey confidence. Oh, like my little inner cheerleader. That'd be funny. Okay. Alright. People, how do you make yourselves interesting? How do you people? What do you people? Don't get me started on a teacher rant and education rant, Lagum Core. That's how we get ramble signaled to death here on my stream. Amaze won't stand for it. But also, I probably don't need to be ranting about education. Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. For those who don't know, I used to be a teacher. I have many opinions that I will try to refrain from sharing. So this doesn't become a very upset teacher soapbox ranting stream. Oh, so many issues. Honestly, money is just the tip of the iceberg, but I don't really, yeah, anyway. It's a society problem, that's all I'm gonna say. The biggest problem with education is society, and we're gonna cut that off right there. At least in America. Ad coming in 3 minutes. Thank you, Short Stuff. How come I can't see that? I'm glad somebody, like, I'm glad it's telling somebody. So by the way, guys, we've changed, if this is your first time on my stream in a while, or if it's your first time, period, we've changed up the way we do ads here, or I say I have, just to experiment. I've gotten feedback that people prefer, like, a scheduled 3-minute ad once an hour. So that's what we're trying right now. So in 3 minutes, there'll be a scheduled ad, it says. And we'll, that'll be a good stretch break time. Time to go refill your water bottle. Bathroom break. If you want to leave the volume up a little bit, that does give me some revenue, but it is okay if you mute it. I understand. They are annoying. Yeah. Just a heads up, that's coming. The intensity of waiting for mom in that cashier line is next level. Did you get a lot of anxiety about that, Siren? Well, she has, oh no. I had to follow my mom everywhere. I never got to stay behind, I should say. I always hate, I think having to go shopping with my mom, even though she was like a fast shopper, like we were in and out, but I got so bored. Like to this day, I'm such an in and out shopper. I'm like, I don't want to be in here any longer than I have to be. Like, here's my list of things I'm getting, bam, 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 we're out. Like, I want to be done in 20 minutes. I hate shopping. It takes so stinking long. I pretty much put it off until I have nothing in my cupboards, like right now. I haven't been to the grocery store in like 3 weeks, so. Alright, I'm gonna stop fiddling with this. I think I'm just getting nitpicky here. Okay, let's find another one. Yeah, the structures in this are not good. I didn't really do a good job of like planning out her face. I told you guys, we're getting the bad drawings out. I'm gonna struggle. Remember this thing? This is the thing we're doing. Getting bad drawings out. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I don't mind grocery shopping, clothes shopping. Yeah, I hate all of it. I hate all of it. Grocery shopping as an adult now is just depressing because it's so expensive here in Colorado already, and then with inflation it's gotten so much worse. And so it's like, okay, can I afford the fresh fruit or do I need to shop in the clearance area? It's not good. Gotta show you my favorite children's books. Oh yeah, please do. I'm always looking for new art inspiration. You're struggling too? Thank you for telling me that, Charzia. Although I don't know if I believe you, because literally everything you've ever shared with us is like incredible. So I'm just gonna put that out there. But I do appreciate you saying so. It does make me feel better. Charzia, no. Just saying I think you've got this. I definitely believe in you more than I believe in me. Let me put it that way. Alright, I'm gonna try a funky angle here. I might regret this. I'm gonna make it small so I'm less intimidated. Okay, I'm gonna put this one in the Discord as well. Boop, boop. The next shot, yeah, it's pretty good. Is that on sale? Let's get that. Oh yeah, no, I hate that. And shopping takes at least an hour, never an hour. Yeah, not for me. Listen, I wear t-shirts and jeans for a reason, okay? I don't care about fashion enough to stand around in a store for 2 hours. Nope. Listen, I am a function over form person 100,000%, and that's definitely part of why I think I struggle with anything design related, other than like creature design. Like costume design, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't pay attention to clothes. You've seen this picture a lot, have you? It's a cool photo. Yeah, exactly, Paradox Moose. Yes, I'm with you. Oh, and there is an ad. There is an ad, guys. So I'm gonna try and be quiet Casey as much as I can during the ad. You've drawn the picture? You guys don't have to draw the one I'm drawing. I don't think I've ever drawn this picture. But apparently it's well known. Oh, did I draw this picture? I don't remember drawing it. I don't remember. I think if I would have done it, it would have been for hairstyles, but I don't remember drawing this as a hairstyle. Well, the angle looks hard for me, so I'm just gonna try it. I don't remember drawing this. If I have, then oops, I suppose. See, even as I'm doing it, like, oh, sorry, there's an ad. I'm not supposed to talk. Don't talk, Casey. Stop talking. It's got the heaviest brow. Yes, get a drink and stretch. Thank you, Short Stuff, for that reminder. Actually, I might, if it's okay, I might go fill my water bottle because it's almost empty and I need more water. Oh no, the water's not making it. Okay, sorry guys. My water was not done filtering, so I had to grab a little canned water here. Hey, 7 seconds. Perfect. Perfect timing. Also, I should probably stretch. I've not done that. Carpal tunnel stretch break. If you have not done your carpal tunnel stretches, this is your friendly reminder to do some carpal tunnel stretches here. Tendinitis, yes. Please don't get that. See, this hand is feeling kind of stiff today. You can kind of do these now. Okay, well, don't hurt yourself, Shiratoshi. You just got better. Just, you know, rev your motorcycle. Rev the tiniest motorcycle. Rotations. If you hurt yourself, Shiratoshi. Alright. Ouch. Such a small space back here. Wrist is better for sure. Good! Knee is ouchy. Oh my gosh. Cannot believe you hurt yourself. Again. Tendinite carpal tunnel is an anatomical issue. Oh, interesting. I've not heard that. Well, they certainly call it carpal tunnel. I know that you can get tennis elbow. It's when these two fingers start going numb. I've been told by every physical therapist that I've talked to, or I don't know, maybe it's just bad usage, but they say like when these fingers go numb, that's the carpal tunnel. So like it's this right here, and you have to get it like cut to loosen it up because they're getting swollen or something. It's like it is a tendon thing, I think. I don't know. I just don't want to get it, and they tell me to not get it to do this. So that's what we're doing. I try to do it once an hour. I'm not always very good about it, but I try. You didn't even do anything extreme, but you got a meniscus tear. Oh no, Shiratoshi, that's terrible. Oh my gosh. You got tendinitis, amazing fan? Oh my gosh, that's thankfully I've not had anything left. Or I mean yet is what I'm trying to say. But I have a lot of friends who've had those issues recently, and so I'm starting to get a little bit, I feel like it's coming for me, you know, like it's just a matter of time. So I'm trying to get ahead of it as much as possible. This is why did I choose this angle? What was I thinking? All right, we're gonna sculpture-y this because this is how I need to think about it. All right, we got the skull shape, we got the nose, mouth. Feeling like it's now or never. The test back when was sticking electrified needles in your hand and asking you to flex. Oh my gosh, that sounds terrifying. It's like 1,000 times better than the wrist injury. That's good. Just annoying because hip and leg are sore from. Oh, that's awful. Let's see. I think I missed some chat. Hold on. Once you go in, you can never leave the change. Yeah, no. I hate drawing. You hate drawing clothes. You feel like you're very uncreative about it. You usually have outfit ideas for OCs that are heavily based on your own clothes. Yeah, I honestly, I don't know. I'm not the one to ask about this. I feel like there's artists out there who do really inspirational costume design, like Hannah Alexander comes to mind. Claire Hummel is another person I like to look at. She does a ton of really cool stuff with historic clothing. And I usually get inspired from the way artists have interpreted costume design, and then that makes me want to go draw them. But yeah, for myself, yeah, I'm kind of with you. Okay. It's like a prison for you, Siren? Jeans try. A useful rule of thumb is to vary the cut of the clothes. Okay, like if the jeans are tight or loose, or high or low waist, adding seams and rolling up sleeves helps a lot. Interesting. I'll have to, yeah, I'm gonna have to work on being interested in people first. Being interested in clothing has definitely never been a thing in my life, so I don't know if that'll happen. The clothes never stopped coming. Oh gosh. It was painful. Ooh, they said it wasn't carpal tunnel, but that he wanted to do my left hand too, just to be sure. Ooh. That's awful. I did not know that that's how they tested for that. Do they still do it that way? That sounds really painful. That's a good way to do it, Lagumcore. I just don't think about my clothes. I just put them on. I don't have any kind of interest in fashion. That's a whole other hill, or a whole other mountain I'll have to climb when it comes to drawing people. I'm just like, function. Function seems good. Covers up the bits, keeps me warm or cold. Yeah. And we're out the door. That's pretty much how I think about it. Listen. I've had so many friends try to work with me on that over the years, and I just don't have the interest. Do you guys hear that crow outside? Or no, maybe that's a weird human. Do you guys hear that? There's like construction outside and people are doing weird stuff. You can hear that? I can't tell if it's a bird or a person on the construction side, like making funny owl sounds or funny... I'm amazed you guys can hear that. It's so far away. Fashion is cyclical for sure, yeah. Very, very cyclical. See, I'm doing the thing right now that I always say not to do, which is to get super caught up in something before you have studied the whole form. So I'm going to try and stop and draw the form here before I get as involved as this. I'm trying to use my landmarks. Nope, I hate it. Ugh. Blah. This is so hard for me to do on stream, guys. I just want to give up. Okay, we're gonna keep drawing though. We're gonna keep drawing. Let's get better at drawing. Ah. Sorry, that was my moment of panic. I'm better now. Maybe. I don't know. This guy's a weird face. Why is your face so weird? I'm gonna blame this guy's face. You thought it was you unwittingly making an owl noise? You started watching fashion shows where they were super extravagant. Oh, yes. At the avant-garde, like, what do they call it? Couture fashion or whatever? It's crazy. Very, very fun fashion, like fantasy fashion inspiration for sure. Don't give up, thank you. I'll try. Accessories, that's true. Accessories do help a lot with character design. Dress them like peacocks. Everyone is fabulous. Oh my gosh. It's just like for me, I really struggle not drawing things like I'm sculpting them. Like I don't know how to. I'm so rusty. I just don't even know if I know how to do this with just line. Ow, sorry. My hiccups are really awkward. I apologize. Okay, maybe it's not as bad as I thought. Hold on. I've actually kind of matched. Why would you do that? I wasn't distracted. I was focused. Amaze. I wasn't squirreling. I did. That did not. Amaze, don't lie. Don't lie. You are not trying to relax me right now. Did anyone think that was relaxing? No. Nobody was relaxed. There's nothing about that was. I'm turning my volume down. I turned it up for you guys because I knew you were missing the jump scares, but that was way too loud. Oh no! I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Wordman, I'm so sorry that you dropped everything on the floor. Amaze, you scared everyone, not just me. A group scare, seriously. I apologize to everyone who was lurking just now and got terrified. Word, I hope you didn't break anything when you dropped it on the floor. I'm so sorry. Sabina Bean, you got scared too. Oh my gosh. Hello, lurkers. Are you still with us? Is your heart racing? Beats. You brought Beats out of lurk, Amaze. There's nothing about... Don't even lie. You know you weren't trying to relax me. I was focused on the neck. I was trying to draw this neck. Whew, okay. We're making art. We're making art. I'm the art weirdo. Hello. Welcome back on in. Yeah, I did fly. Oh my gosh. Alright, everybody, let's get back on track. Good thing that's timed out now. You're unpaid. Siren doesn't care. That's fine. Oh, it was just colored pencils. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you're arting. That's exciting. Maybe I needed it. I don't know. I still think he's lying to himself. He was not trying to calm me down. Turn the volume down. It's not going to be that loud next time. No, I didn't break anything. My knee smacked my little keyboard drawer. My little pull-out drawer thing, so it like made a loud sound. But no, I'm fine. Anyway. Master of Calm. Yes, that's me. Welcome to my stream. I am Casey, the Master of Calm. Oh my gosh. Talia, welcome in from lurk. Were you also summoned? No, don't do it again. Listen. The squirrel function is being abused lately. Class, we need to have a talk about this, how we're abusing the squirrel. It's supposed to be when I'm getting distracted is what that's for. But it's only been used that way like 3 times. Amazed, sure. Yes, it is funny. That's the only reason I haven't disabled it, because I know it makes everybody laugh, but I'm also like, this is not its intended use. This is not what I intended at all. It's supposed to be helpful. Oh my gosh, that was funny though. Maybe we should make a group scare thing. So when when we all get scared. Okay, so now I can get back to stressing out about this though. That's fine. I'm just not gonna think about how much I don't like it. It's fine. We're gonna draw shadows. We're just drawing shadows. That's what we're doing. Ooga booga, yeah, exactly. I give us reason to use it. Yeah. Well, I try. How are you doing also, Talia? Yes, that little panicking Carnotaur, that's me right now. Expect the players to break the game. That's true. That's true. You're not wrong, Siren. Yeah, but short stuff. But I was hyper focused on the thing I'm supposed to be focused on. Don't you want me to have positive associations with people, Amaze? Not terrifying ones? I'm supposed to like drawing people. Not have a Pavlovian fear response. Like, oh no, any moment now I'm gonna get squirreled because I'm working on this weird guy's face. I'm sorry, he's not weird. I'm just drawing him weird. He's probably fine. People are scary, I agree. That's what was perfectly timed. There's no, I guess that's true. Like, the one thing about Twitch is there's no bigger troll than your mods sometimes. It's kind of how you get the job. Just troll the streamer enough, and eventually they make you a mod. That's what happens. Wow, I am not drawing his head at all correctly. Please don't look. Everyone avert your eyes. Please look at your own drawings. Look at a different drawing than this for a second. I'm gonna fix this. Maybe. We'll see. Oh, that's the only portrait of Bach was a bust? I didn't know that. You would date. Okay, well, Siren, I'll leave you in the photograph alone for a while, but I don't know. I'm not drawing him in a way that is very good. Let's see. Also, I decided to give him a ton of eyeshadow, apparently. We are very opposite, Siren. I would not date. tend to make this probably unfortunate assumption that anybody who's conventionally good looking is probably a self-absorbed jerk, and I need to stay away. That's kind of my initial gut reaction. It's like, oh, you're conventionally attractive? Immediately friend-zoned. Immediately. Like, without question. Chat reflects the streamer. Unspoken. So what are you saying? What are you saying right now? Are you saying I'm suspicious? So if my... Wait, hold on. If my watchers are trolling me... Does that mean I'm a troll? I mean, I'm playful, maybe. I don't think I'm a troll. Am I a troll? No. You guys aren't trolls. You know, I'm sure I'm not immune to the appeal of the occasional joke. Oh boy, this poor man. I apologize that I ever decided to draw you, sir, because you're just not gonna have a nose, is pretty much what's gonna happen right there. And looks like a koala. You guys, I just made him a furry. I want to draw him now. Look at this koala boy. I'm like immediately more interested now that he doesn't have a nose. What is wrong with me? Help. Stream wholesome, you have no sus behavior? I hope not. I try. The instincts are kicking into dry animals. Yeah, that's right. It's like, oh wow, it's a koala with luscious hair. How interesting. No. I am shocked that I'm not, though, Siren, honestly. You would think. You would think. I've had people tell me I should go to like furry conventions and stuff. I'm like, I just would feel out of place. Like, I don't identify with that subculture at all. I just like drawing animals. But they're like, oh, but you do so well. I'm like, yeah, probably, but I'd feel like a poser. Like, I don't know. Everyone keeps telling me I should. I thought about it, but I've not done one. I also don't really draw anthros. They're too human-y. Alright, I'm gonna try a reductive method to paint in this nose and see if I can make that more fun for myself. Nope, still hate it. Still terrible. Just looks like a pig. He's just not gonna have a nose, you guys. Did you know that this man actually doesn't have a nose? If you see a nose, you're actually being deceived. Do you even draw furry characters that much? No, I really don't. I've done, like, when I get a commission for one, I will, but I've only taken, like, an anthro commission maybe twice. And that was a long time ago. Like, a really long time ago. Yeah, I really don't. I like real animals. I don't know. I have nothing against it, obviously, it's just not my thing. Koalas, no, they do have noses. They just have those really big, like, hold on, let's look at a koala nose really fast. It's like it's really broad. Let's look at a koala, guys. I know we're supposed to be drawing people, but look at this koala, though. See, this is when you should use the squirrel command, by the way. Just in case anyone was wondering, this is what I made it for, because I do this. I get, yes, thank you, exactly, and it still got me a little bit. I even asked for it. I wasn't expecting it. Look, see, koala nose. It's not gonna stop the swirling. But no, see, it's like this really big, like, black, I've never touched one, so I don't know what it feels like, but I presume it's kind of leathery. Yeah, so anyway, that's why I said he looked like a koala, because I just blotted his nose out. Now I know why he wants to kill Harry Potter. Wait. What? Wait, what? Hold on. It's true, you did say that, short stuff. Maybe you should try to turn animals into humans. Okay, so it's funny that you say that. I took my drift characters one time and tried to make them people. We need a squirt bottle command for this Emote Shrimp. Hey, Emote Shrimp, how you doing? Good to see you. You know why he wants to kill Harry? Wait, I think I missed something about Harry Potter. Enjoying Anthro, it's very Disney to you, and that's very fun. Yeah, no, it is. It's super inspired by a lot of the old, like Disney's Robin Hood and stuff. I know, I literally did. Oh, I did, I know, I did. I admitted that I did. Don't get mad. You scared me already today. Oh, no nose. Oh, yeah. Maybe this is, ooh, maybe this is a young Voldemort. I'll just say he has no nose. His nose doesn't exist. That's all, guys. Just don't even worry about it. He doesn't need a nose. The poor frog is dissected? Wait, you're dissecting a frog right now? What are you doing? This poor man and his difficult angled nose. Why did I choose this? The nose is looking, oh, is it? No, I don't think so. You think it looks, it doesn't really look like the nose to me. We've heard this song like 6 times. What happened? Why is my playlist continuously playing this? I think my randomizer is broken. I'm glad you like it, Siren. I'm about to give up and move on. You're adoring the uppity nose? Well, that's good. I'm about to give up on it. And just leave it this really strange pig-like thing. We don't have enough of those? Ugh. I don't like it. I think it's not in the right place. It's not doing the things it's supposed to be doing. It's not nosing appropriately. You nose? Sorry, it's a really bad joke. I also clearly did not draw his cheek correctly, but his cheek lives in a weird place for my brain to comprehend. I think because there's like a slight tangent happening here. Like here's his brow, right? And then there's the cheekbone, which he has like really deep eye sockets. But then like his nose like touches the line where the brow is, and so it just makes this really weird. I don't know. It's hard to make it look right. Because then yeah, his cheek doesn't come out until like way down here. I don't know. It's just strange. It's a strange angle. I did this to myself. I chose this. I have to remind myself. I saw this picture and I was like, yeah, let's do that one. That one looks fun. What a nice photograph. Wow. Oh my god, I'm making it worse. Alright, I'm just gonna move on. I don't think it's gonna get any better. I think I'm just making it worse. As long as you don't look at the photo it's supposed to look like, I'm sure it looks fine. It's just that I know, you know? I know that it's not what it could be. His face is kind of... Yeah, you're seeing a really unique angle of the... I mean, he's got really, like, strong cheekbones, right? Like, here's this, like, bright highlight here. Highlight here. There's actually one right there, too. He's got these really well-defined, like, ridges to his face, for sure. Oh, I made his mouth too far away. Just looks very full of himself. Like, everything about this picture is just, like, snooty to me. let's paint in some values down here, because this is fun, at least. Sorry for the shaky camera. I don't know why it started doing that. I don't feel like it did that yesterday. Maybe it did, and I just didn't notice. Anyway. Shaky, shaky. I'm trying to distract you from his nose by drawing lots of other details. So, hey, don't look at the nose. Look at all these highlights. Wow, highlights, guys. Whoa. Don't pay attention to that other area. Just look at these places. Look at that. Wow, it's almost like you can't even notice that the nose is poorly drawn. It's a fancy trick here. Oh, look at that bright highlight. Wow, so dramatic. Oh, I should probably draw his eyes. This whole time he's had no eyes. There, now you're really not gonna look at the nose, because everyone looks at the eyes. It's like listening to your own inner monologue. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Quite frankly, thank you for sharing that, because you're making me feel less crazy right now, and I appreciate you. So. Okay. How long until you go through people's drawings? That's a great question. I'm gonna do one more portrait, so however long it takes me to do one more, and then I will look at people's drawings. Is that, I know that's not like a hard and fast time reference. I guess I usually end up doing them around noon. I wanted to get off a little earlier today, so I'm gonna say maybe in like 15 minutes. Let's say 15 minutes. 15 minutes, thank you for asking and keeping me on track here, Lagum Core. Yeah, let's say 15 minutes, and then I'll put them in there, or I'll show you whatever's in chat. Or not in chat. Sorry, I can't talk. I'm too frazzled. Whatever's in the warm-up art section. You can also, if you don't want to join Discord but you want to participate, you can post links in chat. Just maybe highlight them or something, so I don't miss them. Because sometimes, you know, I'm a little scatterbrained if you guys haven't noticed. And yeah, if anyone is new and you'd like to participate in the showing part of this, if you are drawing along, any kind of references study is fine. Doesn't have to be human studies if you don't want it to be. Yeah, definitely not a pro. Definitely not a pro. His jawline is so wrong. I'm like looking at the bigger version. Oh, it's bothering me. Hold on. I can't seem to stay focused on anything today. I'm extra squirrely today. I've been extra frazzled. I wish I could blame Amaze, but I can't. This is just how I am. I think I just made his ear too high. Maybe that was the problem. I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's do another one. The excuses that we made, found ourselves some treasure, threw it all away. Okay, I have to stop looking at this guy's face now. Just the fact that the section of the face caves in more than you initially expect kind of tickles your brain. I'm glad you like it. No, it isn't. That's part of why I chose it, Shrimp, is it is kind of an interesting, it is an interesting picture. I just did not anticipate the amount of struggle that I was going to have. And since you've talked about the face, I think I need to like emphasize the highlight here so it makes a little more sense. See the gypsies roll. Right, go stop playing with the nose. Actually, I don't like that highlight. It ruined it. Even though there is a highlight, we're just gonna... How do I draw this without emphasizing the nose too much? Whatever. I'm leaving it alone. We're done. We're done with you. Done with you, pretty boy. When I dance alone, bleeding down. Let's see. I've done 2 females. Let's do one more guy. I kind of want to do like an older face. I know, I know. So many face options. What you waiting for? I like this face. This is a good one. Ouch. Okay. All right, last portrait. See if I can pull anything out of this. Gonna make a portrait. Gonna draw people. It's gonna be great. Sorry. I don't know where that song came from. Please ignore. I'm gonna try to actually do the thing I keep saying to do, which is like get the whole form down before I actually go in for details, but we'll see. Oh, Miko, why? Why did you follow? But thank you. I'm so honored that you did. We're just kind of wrapping up. This is my last portrait probably for the morning. And then we're going to look at and see what chat has been drawing. If you or if anyone would like to draw along, you're more than welcome to. We do have a share segment at the end of the warm-up stream. If anyone does share, just know that I appreciate it. And if you don't feel confident sharing, that is also okay too. I appreciate you drawing with me, or even just watching along. It's always encouraging to see what you guys are doing, or just to know that I'm not the only one who's trying to practice. It's a scary thing. Together, perfection is my enemy. I'm doing the thing that I said I wasn't gonna do like immediately after starting, which is get super interested in one part of the picture and ignore the rest of it, which I should not be doing because for anyone who's new to drawing, you may not realize this, but doing something like this could mean if I did put something in the wrong place, I'm gonna have to erase all this and redo it. So I could be wasting my time here. So maybe just like don't do that. Be a smarter artist than me, please. Somebody has to make good decisions around here. This my tone. This my tone. And another thing I was just thinking about why I need to be better about drawing the whole structure before I jump into the details, is because I think jumping into the details kind of pushes me more into the copy phase than the study phase. And what I need to be learning how to do is like structurally draw a human without needing reference. And I think the only way I'm going to be able to do that is if I focus on the big shapes first. So it's a bad habit that I need to break. Anyway, just thinking out loud here. Reinforcing these things to myself by sharing them with you guys, so excuse my rambles. They do happen around here. Most people die, others just float. Big shapes are your friend, yes, indeed. Indeed. Mon and Weds. This my bone. Nothing like some music and the sound of a jackhammer outside. Sorry guys. Should probably close the window. Yes, indeed. Indeed. The shapes are like guides for sure, Maze. It's not a bad way of thinking about it. I keep making their faces too skinny. It's like the third time I've done that. I am giving myself enough space in the canvas. I'm just, I'm not using it. The canvas is not the problem, Amaze. It's me. It's me! This wasn't as bad as the first one, though, at least, I guess. I can take solace in that. Actually, I think I just made his beard too long, now that I'm kind of looking at it on this other monitor. I think I just got really excited about that beard. See what I mean? Can't get too into the details, because then your proportions might be off, and then you gotta redraw stuff. My music's too quiet, I can't hear it. Or maybe the jackhammer's just too loud. It's one of the two. Oh no, it's just a very slow, quiet song, that's why. Just me to see. Kind of, my drawing certainly looks like Abraham Lincoln. Yep, I can see it. I totally see it. Art, everyone. We made art. Yep, 100%. Alright, I'm gonna draw his eyes, maybe color in the hair a bit more, and then I think I'll be wrapping up on this one. Actually didn't take as long as I thought it was going to. It wasn't as contentious as Mr. Nose over here. I'm never flipping that. If I flip that, I'll be like, oh, it's terrible. It's just gonna stay the way it is. Siren's like, don't go back to the nose. I do know it. I know. It would be bad. Flipping ruins everything. I mean, it's definitely a good technique, honestly, if anybody is kind of new to art and you're like, what are you talking about? Like rotating your canvas to like flip it horizontally, or if you're working in a sketchbook to rotate it and just look at it in a mirror, can be a really good way to actually check for flaws, check for places that you maybe didn't see a proportion issue and suddenly you'll see it. But yeah, it can also be very disheartening when you're like, shoot, I thought I was done. It's actually recommended to flip your canvas throughout the drawing for that reason, so you don't stumble into a big heartache at the end. We want to avoid heartache around here. No heartache. Art heartaches are the worst. Sorry, I almost said something really stupid. Anyway. I feel like this looks like him. Says KCS, she never flipped her canvas once. Exactly. Yeah, I'm definitely in do as I say, not as I do mode today. Sorry, guys. I'm just showing you what not to do today. I should have. I'm sorry, I wasn't clear enough in my stream title. Instead of just saying like screaming about scary people faces, I should have just said, hey, this is gonna be really bad art advice today. Should just be really clear about my stream in the future. Yeah, when I do my longer streams, I do try to make a habit of flipping. Yeah, that's true. Thank you, Short Stuff. I'm not always a bad example, just, you know, like right now, I'm not a good example. I'm going to do a quick fabric study here because I actually really like the fabric. Next to me, like I'll never be, 'cause I never found love like this. Sorry, cheesy love pop song incoming, folks. So beautiful. He has such a hawk nose. It's a really interesting nose shape. I wonder if it was broken at some point. Wouldn't be surprised. I like sketching traditionally with a pen because it forces you to be more intentional. Yeah, it's scary. Flipping does help so much. Yeah, Chris, right, for sure. It super helps with balance. Yeah, no, it's a good habit to do. Because ink is more pigmented, I can play with hatching. That's true. That's true. Hatching is a really fun texture to throw in. Some kind of beautiful. Alright, I'm gonna just brush in some highlights here and I'm gonna call this guy done. Sappy song is good for walking around. Are you walking around right now? Yeah. I like a sappy song every once in a while. Plus, honestly, I'm a sucker for a catchy tune. I'm pretty easy. If it's melodic, I'm probably gonna like it. As long as the lyrics aren't just horrendous. And these aren't like the best lyrics, you know, but you never grew out of your emo phase. Hey, we have some punky emo songs on here too. And Maze likes to point them out. Definitely a lot of early 2000s punky emo. Halftones in real life is too annoying to cut off. Yeah, oh yeah, halftones are a lot. Somebody gave me some halftone paper and it's just sitting in my desk. Like I wouldn't even know how to use it appropriately, to be honest. Digitally, you'll abuse zoom and focus. Yeah, that's easy to do. I can see that. I haven't had that issue today, but okay, let's do a quick value overlay thingy. Brush in a little bit of that. Yeah, stippling is totally an option, 100%. Okay. Person. We did it. We made a person. You kind of need to look up how to properly use screen tone, otherwise they'll fall off paper. Yeah, I haven't done the research at all. They're too pricey and hard to get. Yeah, I believe that. I'm sure digital has become like kind of the mainstay. You like the occasional sappy song? I'm glad, Amaze. I'm glad. Similar vibes. Gray highlighters? I've never seen a gray highlighter. I didn't even know that was a thing. Huh. I've only seen like bright neon colored highlighters. Alright, so I think I'm probably wrapping up here. If anybody was wanting to participate in the little showcase here at the end, just remember to please make sure that your references are work safe, not going to get me in trouble with Twitch, and it can be a reference of anything. If you had some figure drawings that you didn't finish yesterday in time for stream that you wanted to share today, that's fine. If you had some other thing you studied, totally fine to share those. But go ahead, and if you haven't already, or if anyone's new to the Discord or hasn't joined yet, the easiest place for me to find them is the Discord, because then I can just scroll down the warm-up art section and just kind of show stuff as we go down. But if you want to link something in chat, that's fine too. Just again, please make sure that it is a study, like not a picture that you used reference for, but an actual study of reference of some kind. And post it in that warm-up chat or in the chat here, and we will get to looking. So here's the ones I did today. They are what they are. All right, let's move on. There's mine. You managed to paint a face. Wow, that was really fast. Yeah, I know I actually probably didn't even give you the full 15. Sorry. I will be back on at like 4 p.m. today. That's part of why I keep my Monday and Wednesday warm-ups a little shorter. Just because I don't want to give up my whole day to streaming. I'm glad somebody did this face, Amaze. So first one I see is this one by Amaze. So here's, if you're new to the Discord and you don't know where to look, let me make sure this is actually on screen. Right here under stream events, you'll find the warm-up art section. I know there's 2 ones that say art. Don't put it in the art showcase if it's a warm-up. The art showcase is for kind of your best of for the month of June. So if you have something that you're proud of, go ahead and post it in there. But I will be looking at those at the first big stream of the month in July. But post them in the warm-up art section. So this is the one that I will scroll through. Again, it's under the stream events section right up here. Let me make that smaller so you guys can focus on it. There we go. So right here, stream events, warm-up art, it's the very bottom one. Oh, thank you for snoozing that ad. I didn't even see that was coming. I appreciate that. Whoever did that, thank you. So first off, we have this awesome, I thought about doing this one, but I thought the face was too unique and I would mess it up. So I was not brave enough. But Amaze, you just, as always, just jumped right in there. Really nice job with those cheekbones, dang. Impressive. This guy has such an expression. Really, really intense facial features. This looks like a character. Like, speaking of shape language, like this is almost a person who's just like walking shapes in a way. There's so many interesting shapes in this face. I wish I was skilled enough to feel confident enough to tackle this, but you did a great job. Good job with this nose crease right here, the heavy brow. This is a very intense like rectangular shape right there. Just everything is super exaggerated on this guy, and you captured it well. Good job, Amaze. Yeah, I know, he's so good at these, right? I'm telling you. Champ art gym workout buddy here. Fantastic. Yeah, the lines are really good. Yeah, Mace is really solid on his lines for sure. That is one shaped guy. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You changed up the hair for yours. Oh, that's fine. I like drawing more dynamic hair. Reference had very short hair. And what, do whatever, have fun with it. My whole focus today was the planes of the face. Dang, Charzia. See, you say you're struggling, but I feel like you did a good job. But yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one who felt like they were struggling. That is at least some comfort. And you know what? Thank you for sharing the one that you felt like you struggled with. That's hard to do. Can speak from experience. I struggle to struggle here on stream. It's hard to do that publicly. I think you did a great job with the lighting, though. And the structural drawing is really solid, for sure. It looks like you also had trouble with the nose. You didn't quite. This is what I wanted to do with the nose on that one picture, so I feel your pain right here and just like give up and move on. But you know what? You still got the lighting down solid. The planes of the face look good. The eye shapes look great. So I think you're on the right track. You know, if you were streaming, you would force yourself to draw the nose like I did, and just get squirreled and just get scared, and then everyone would freak out, and they would forget about your bad nose because everyone got scared together. So, you know, that's just another motivation for you to stream, obviously. Prince Zuko coded for sure. Noses are weird. We really should have evolved something into like a dog. True. Yes, a dog nose is much easier to draw. And then we would all look like Max from a Goofy movie. And then it would be adorable. The noses are hard to get right. It's we need to do just like a nose stream. And here comes Amaze, rocking it. Well done. Nice job. I like that you choose very differently people with very different faces each time. It's a good challenge. And I like how you captured the gesture of this one too. The freckles are cute, for sure. This feels like a character, honestly, this drawing of yours right here. Like, I feel like I can picture this as a character in one of your comics already. Fantastic job, and you're so fast. You with those solid line works, as always. Oh, see, I almost did this one too. This is, get off my lawn. What's the name of this? Lloyd. No, what's the guy's name? You guys help me out, please. This actor. Is it Christopher Lloyd? Is that his name? Yeah, Christopher. Okay, so I got his last name right. I was like, why is Lloyd coming to mind? Yeah, I almost drew this one, Charzia, because I thought it was such an intense picture of him. You did again. Your values are so solid, and your guys, it's actually you. You're Christopher Lloyd, the art weirdo? Wow, I'm honored to have you. He does. Yeah, Maze is really good at that. Maze is really good at that for sure. Could have got 2 screen tone brushes. Oh, I didn't know that. This look, yeah, again, the planes of phase are solid, the values are solid. I think you did a good job with the line work here too. If this one feels a lot more gestural than the other one, does that feel more comfortable for you? I get the feeling it might, at least in this position, or in this situation. I mean, gotta find this. Yeah, yeah. I know. I like the temples too. The strong shadows on the temples are really fun. Just it lends a lot of intensity. And the deep furrows around the eyes, too, are really good. I'm sure Christopher Lloyd would love to hear us talking about the deep furrows around his eyes. So, Art Weirdo, if you really are Christopher Lloyd, I'm so sorry. And you did a great job on the nose. Yeah, Mega Pro, right? Seriously. I know. I'm dying to see how Charzia draws. Oh no, we have an ad starting in 5 minutes. Okay, hold on. We'll snooze that in just a second. Yeah, it looks awesome. It looks fantastic. I think you did a great job. Oh, Shura! Is this the portrait you're working on? Holy cow, Shura. Oh, you're so good at noses. How do you do it? Shuratoshi. Shuratoshi. So good. So good. I like, man, those are some intense brows. I like it. Is this the portrait you were doing for your commission? First draft, to see where you struggle. It looks like you've got it pretty solidly. Where you want to share some struggle? Because I don't see any struggle here. This just looks like proficiency. But you draw so many people. I'm not surprised at all that this is so solid. Like, ugh, sure, Toshi. How do you do this? How do you do this? It's the confidence of the line that gets me. It looks so good. I have nothing to say. It looks amazing. The values are great, the structure is great, everything's great. Mostly a lot of off values. The lower part of the face has no personality. What are you talking about? Well, what you talking about? Just put a thick line right there like you did here, and it'll be so much personality, it'll just be foaming with personality. Now this is a human foaming with personality. Speaking of foaming with personality, what a... Somebody reacted with a wizard. This is fantastic. I don't know if you feel this way, Charzia, but I feel like it's so much more fun to play. I think that's fine. That's Santa. That's hilarious. Man, I love your line work in this one. Really, your line work is always solid, but you got even like the funny shape of the nose you really nailed. 100% Santa coded. So many coded people here. Really, really fantastic job with the hair. The proportions are all great. This is a great portrait study. You guys are just reminding me of how far I have to go with portraits. Being away from home is gonna stop you? Oh no, you're not at home? Are these... This is nice perspective. Holy cow. Basu, I forget. Is this you, Art Weirdo? Is this... I can't forget if this is your name or not. This looks great. Great foreshortening on this finger right here. What were you referencing? Were these photographs? These look like musicians. I'm just guessing. Fantastic. I like the gesture in this one. This is a lot of great movement here. And some tough foreshortening. Honestly, you're tackling some really hard poses here. Well done. Photos are from Pinterest. Oh, nice. Ballpoint pen, too. Like, you really have to commit to a line with ballpoint pen. Did you do any undersketching, or is it just straight up pen? Really impressive. And we are about to have... Let me snooze that ad break so I don't forget. See, we have 12 more. Shoot, I'm going to wait till it gets a little closer and then I'll snooze it. This looks great. These are... It's funny to say, but like it almost makes me want to try to draw on ballpoint pen, but I know I don't want to because I'll get really frustrated. Ah, you drew the picture. It looks so good there. I'm so jealous. Dang it. This is how I want to draw. Let's just look at the nose. See, folks, this is what a nose should look like. This is how the nose should be. Fantastic. This is so good. I'm so jealous that you did this so effortlessly and so quickly. I want to absorb your people skills. So good. Like this like funny chin shape, and I can see some places like where you did kind of adjust a little bit from the reference, but it's still like, I mean, it looks just like it. This whole area right here, I'm so mad. You did draw the dude. You drew him multiple times, or are these the different stages? I like this drawing a lot. This is so good structurally. Oops. Thank you for snoozing that, whoever caught it. Appreciate you. I was trying to keep an eye on it, but man, okay, these are the stages of the drawing. Okay, I thought you drew it 3 times. I was like, dang, now you're just rubbing it in. You did draw the dude. He looks amazing. You did a fantastic job. I actually really like this stage. Lion Decker studies. Oh, that's a good point. Lion Decker would be a good one to study for noses. This is a very Lion Decker-y sort of a photograph too. It looks fantastic, obviously. I love it. I'm not. Is there a nose emote? Can I react with a nose? You get a nose from me. That's amazing. It looks so good. This whole section was so much consternation, and you made it look so effortless, right? So fire. Yeah, so fire. Wanted to do more. Oh no, Beats, this is a great expression though. I think you did a fantastic job with this study. Well done. Really well done. Man, you are so good with that photorealism, even in like so many short, like in a short work session. Yeah, structurally super sound. Like I don't see anything that's off here. I'm surprised you say you struggled with it, but it doesn't look like it to me. It sure looks pretty dead on. The shapes are good, the form is good, that expression is awesome. I love this photo. Fantastic work. Fantastic work. Alright, we're gonna have 3 minutes before this ad. I'm trying not to go too fast, but I don't want to like have an ad in the middle of anyone's drawing. Man, Charzia, you made him so much more expressive somehow. I don't know if it's like the eyelashes or just the shading around the eyes. This is great, and I love the way you did the hair. The ink work is really, really interesting to look at. See, looking at you guys, like the way you guys are handling the studies, like makes me want to draw again, even though I don't want to draw more people. It kind of makes me want to. Please give critique? Oh gosh, I'm not really, I'm no expert. Liquify saved you. You know, I've heard good things about Liquify. I've never actually used it a whole lot. I think that maybe the jaw is like a little too narrow. That might be the only thing I'm seeing off the top of my head. But I'm sure you could tweak it still if it was giving you some trouble. Like maybe it's like too short here. I don't know. I'm not the expert. If anyone else has something they'd like to offer, Charzia did ask for a critique, so maybe you could be more helpful. Yeah, somehow, I don't know if it's the shading or if it's the length, honestly. I'd have to like look at it more closely, but I think it's something about somehow the face looks more narrow in your drawing. I'm just not sure what it is. But I still think it looks fantastic. And I wish I could do things like that, so I think you're fine. Plus, these are studies. Remember, the whole idea is not to, his eye and up skull shaped. See, yeah, Shura is probably one to listen to. He draws a lot of people. Yeah, I guess I can see that, Shura. The eye shapes are a little bit more droopy, maybe, than the actual reference. Maybe that's it. Oh, Beats, this looks awesome. Hey, Amaze, it's your favorite bird. Secretary Bird! Looks great. What a dramatic animal. I stinking love these. Thank you for sharing these, Beats. Looks really, really good. Oh, and this was the last one. For some reason, I thought it said I had 12 more, so I was like freaking out. I was like, shoot, we're gonna have an ad break. There's gonna be like 12 more. Oh, you colored it. Nice. Nice. Well done. These are some good studies, guys. Yeah, that looks great. I'm just like comparing. Fantastic. Well done, everybody. So shoot, there's about to be an ad break in a minute that I can't pause, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop it right here. We used up all of our ad break snoozes. A bit, I know, right? Colored it a bit. It's like fully rendered. But thank you guys for participating. If anybody didn't make it into it... Oh wait, you snoozed it! It said I was out of snoozes. Who did that? How did you do that? How do you Twitch? Wait a minute. Why did mine say I couldn't snooze anymore? Well, that was rude, Twitch. Alright, well, never mind. Oh, it had one more left. Mine said 3 out of 3. Oh, maybe it meant that was the 3rd out of 3. Okay, I understand. I misinterpreted. I thought I was done. Cool, well, never mind. I'm not gonna rush then. Yeah, these look great. These look great. But still, if anybody did have something they wanted to submit, I'm just gonna scroll up and look at them all again. They look awesome. So jealous. I struggled so much with that picture. Thank you guys for drawing along with me. Just looking at these is like super inspiring and just makes me want to keep drawing more. So thank you for that. As somebody who struggles to want to draw people, it means a lot that you guys would draw with me and inspire me to keep doing this. Shoot, I just want to do another one now just to see you guys draw portraits. Because these look awesome. Well done, everybody. Well done. But we are going to go ahead and find someone to trade into. So if you were not able to participate or if you're still drawing, feel free. Oh, you know what? Shoot. I wanted to show one more. Hold on. There was one that we didn't get to last time before I forget. Speaking of. We didn't look at Nixon's. Nixon just made this one from a figure drawing yesterday from these studies. I thought the shape was awesome here. Nixon, if you watched this back, you did a great job. The form is excellent. The proportions are excellent. I love this little quick drawing to kind of get it down and then the bigger one. Really, really fantastic stuff. I saw this morning. It was like, oh, I love this. And then we had one more from the art weirdo. Yeah, look at this. Look at this study of the still life that they did. It's incredible. Like, it almost looks like a photograph. I actually thought you posted 2 photographs for a second, but like they set up a still life. So this is an example of a still life. If anyone's not familiar with making still lifes, you just put some objects together and draw from that instead of a photo. And it might seem like it's not a big difference, but it really does actually make your brain kind of work a little harder to pull out the details that you need to make flat to make 2-dimensional out of a 3D object. So I highly recommend doing that. This looks fantastic. I don't know if you're still here, Art Weirdo. Sorry, I forgot to do it till the end. Just a little bit out of whack here. But yeah, this looks fantastic. I love it. Well done, everybody. Thank you so much for drawing with me today. And we're going to go find someone to raid before this next ad break. I have 3 minutes now, so I'm going to go find a... Right? I know it looks awesome, Legamcore. Still life looks... yeah, extremely still life. Exactly. Let's go out on this old guy. I'm gonna find an artist to raid into, somebody who's doing something family friendly, work safe, that kind of thing. Tends to be my vibe. If I can't, I'll still try and find an artist. It's just, you know, be aware. You know, anyone who's sensitive to anything that's not safe for work. If you are at work right now, you might want to lower the volume. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'll be back on in like 4 hours, so we'll be doing probably some more emotes. I may take a break and do a little bit of cleanup on some portfolio pieces. We'll see how I feel. But hopefully I won't be streaming from home, but we'll see. Supposedly my internet's getting fixed right now, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Man, there's a lot of people on. Shoot, I've got 2 minutes. Okay, who do we want to raid into? Let's raid into... Ooh, Monster Pie Zoe is on. What is she working on? Doodle Club. That's exciting. They're doing feathers. Ooh. Doodle prompts. I do love a good prompt. So that's an option. Let me check. And sometimes it doesn't actually show me people who are really on. So let me check my actual list. We could do Zoe. We could do... a lot of people, actually. Adam's Art. Oh, I don't think I've actually hung out on this stream enough to know if they're safe. You know what, let's just for now, oh, we could do Melimony. Melimony, I haven't... There's always a side... Sorry. I haven't raided into... I need to hang out on Melimony streams a little bit more to make sure that they're work safe. But they're streaming right now, too. Let's go ahead and raid into Zoe. We haven't raided Zoe in a while. And she is always work safe, so I don't have to worry about that. And yeah, I'll see you guys later today. We'll give a shout out to Monster Pie Zoe. This is where we're going in case anyone gets left behind in the raid for some reason. But there we go. Go ahead and give her a follow. You'll love her. She does a lot of cool gouache stuff. Looks like they're studying feathers today. So if you want to continue your studies, if you're like kind of warm up and you want to keep on going, keep with the warm-ups, go ahead and join Zoe in her warm-ups today. She does a great job. She is the sweetest. I love Monster Pie Zoe. She's like, yeah, I wish I could be that cool. But I'll see you guys maybe later today. If not, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for the lurks. Thanks for the doodles. And hopefully we'll catch you later. You guys have a good one, and I'll see you over at Zoe's stream in just a sec. So.